Hey guys, ECRG here. We had an incident that happened at work, and today we're going to talk about the one thing that can prevent you from losing your job. Hey guys, ECRG here. We had a big incident that happened at work, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it and give you guys the one thing that can prevent you from losing your job. And this wasn't an incident that happened with me, so you guys can calm down about that. This was somebody else and just looking from the outside, looking into the situation. And we might have talked about this one thing before, but this made me bring it up again, maybe think about it again, and just how important this one thing is to keeping your job, to maintaining your job, to getting promoted, to everything about your career. Your whole brand can take a hit if you do this, or if you don't do this, or can be accentuated if you do this. This is career changing. This might be one of the most important things you've got to keep in mind if you want to have a long lasting and fruitful career. The one thing that talent does not overcome. Doesn't matter how talented you are. So here it is. The one thing that can prevent you from losing your job or keeping your job is your attitude. Your attitude is everything. It doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter how much money you make for the company. If your attitude sucks, then you're going to get fired. It does not matter. People have got to enjoy working with you. So the situation that happened at work is there's a girl who's relatively new, and she just has a bad attitude. People do not like working with her on the team. They do not enjoy working with this person, and I believe they're going to get written up or something, or requested to be fired, or something along the lines, or definitely have a stern talking to, because it's just bad and people are not enjoying it, and people in the office are not enjoying this person either, and it's just kind of going around, and we don't really know what's going to happen to this person, but something's got to change. So, I was just thinking about it, and it does not matter how good the person is. As if your attitude is bad, it doesn't matter. They're gonna fire you. So you need to make sure that your attitude is on point. Obviously you're gonna have your bad days, you're gonna have your stressful days, but try your best not to put that on other people and let people show that you're angry with them, or don't misdirect that anger. Make sure that you always have a good attitude, and it will take you very, very far in your career. This person, I'm sure, I don't know if they're going to be able to change it, but they've discussed that they were not particularly happy, and that might be one of the reasons why their attitude isn't on point. But guys, the attitude is everything. I may have talked about this before in another video about the attitude, but this really is the one thing that can prevent you from losing your job. There's been times where, people aren't performing up to par, and any other person would get fired. But if you have a positive attitude, you're willing to take on more work, you're willing to learn, you're just pleasant to be around, then that can take you very far. There have been people who, performance hasn't been good, but they've kept around. They've stayed, and they're willing to work with you if you have a great attitude. People like working with people that have good attitudes, and it's just important to make sure you do it, because it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to know how you perform against other people in your role. It's hard to know how you perform against people in the past unless people tell you. The one thing that you can really count on is having a good positive attitude, and people will always see that. People will always get energy from that, and they'll definitely like it, and they'll definitely tend to give you more positive reviews if you have a great attitude. Things just happen for you if you have a great attitude. And so that's why it's so important that this point is made, because you may think that you're making the company so much money and that's all they care about. Well, yeah, they do care about how much money you're making, and if you're, bringing in business for the company, et cetera, that is their bottom line. man, if you have a terrible attitude, they're gonna fire you. It doesn't matter. I remember in Hollywood, it used to be like it used to be if you were talented, super talented, you could get around the bad attitude part. But now, I mean, Mel Gibson hasn't had a job in forever. His attitude is bad. Some of the people that have been known to have bad attitudes, they just get weeded out now. Nobody wants to work with them. It's the same thing everywhere now. Reputation travels very fast through word of mouth. And so if you have a bad attitude and you have a reputation for having a bad attitude and people not wanting to work with you, then it's not going to look good for you. Especially if people are already having that judgment about you, whether it's wrong or right, coming into a new project, and their guard is going to be up against you if you're known to have a bad attitude. And that's just bad for the project. That's just bad for everybody involved. So do the right thing. Have a positive attitude. Have a good attitude. I know sometimes it's hard, but it'll be beneficial for you. So just wanted to stress that one more time. Sorry if this is a repeat video, but it's just that important to have a good attitude. All right, guys, that's it for today. Go ahead, like this video, share it. Hope you enjoyed this message for today. Just want to talk quickly on attitude, because attitude is everything. It can never be talked about too much because it's just that important. Go ahead and comment down below what you think about attitude. If you've had any situations where having a good attitude has really saved your butt, put that in the comments down below. If you had any experience where a good attitude, or if you just enjoy people with good attitudes, put that in the comments down below. Show some love to the people with good attitudes. So throw that in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. You know how YouTube does. They always change up the algorithm and they mess up things. So if you do me a favor, please hit that bell right next to the subscribe button so you know whenever we release a video. Then it won't unsubscribe you in that case. But you know how YouTube is. Sometimes it just randomly unsubscribes people, so we don't want that happening. So just do me a favor, hit that bell. And email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. Looking for people that want to interview. It could be anybody in clinical research, or if you just have a broad message of empowerment and positivity, we'd love to have you on as well. Maybe we can relate some of your interest or anything into clinical research, especially if you're in the marketing area or anything like that. Any other business inquiries, you can email us there as well, eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. All right, guys, take care.